Okay. So in the last session, we discussed about the user creation and privileges. Also, local user and the common user we have discussed, right?
Yes, sir.
So and also we started roles. We were talking about roles as well, right? So today we'll see how to create roles and how to assign privilege to role.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then a role to
Freelance.
user.
You.
User. A privilege can be assigned to role or
Mm-hmm.
a privilege can be assigned to a user.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. But a role also can be assigned to user, but a role cannot be assigned to a privilege.
Okay.
Okay. Simple. A role is a collection of privilege. That's it. So to easily manage the privilege to assign to big groups, okay, or big teams. So it is very helpful by having the roles. Okay. So let me create one role. Sorry, one second. Okay, I'm creating this user. Okay. So I'm going to create one common role now because as I told you, again, roles also we have common roles and local roles. So common role can be accessed from any PDB. Okay.
Okay.
So create role C hashes. Okay, C hashes. For example, there are multiple teams. Okay. One of the team or department is financial department. Okay. So if you want, you can also keep a password like using this identified by class.
Yeah.
Okay, identified by you can put the password. Okay, but I'm not. You should write the password here, something password. Okay, but I'm not keeping the password. Okay, I don't want to use the password. Just you can use this way, create role name. That's it. Okay, role is created. This is common role. Now this role can be accessed from any PDB. Okay, but this right now this role is empty. This doesn't have any privilege. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so because we know just now we created. Okay, but there is a table available. Okay, from that table you can see whether a role is having any privilege or not. Okay, so that is possible. Okay, so now for example there is a we have seen create session privilege in the last session, right?
Yes.
So create session privilege is common to everyone. We should give every user, right? It's not specific to one user, it's common. So for every user, this privilege has to be given, right?
Right.
Okay. So for that reason, what I'm going to do is grant create session to, that's it. Now simply I'll assign this role. Not only this, right now we only added or assigned only one privilege to this role. Okay, you can assign any number of privileges to this role. Okay. So now simply I can add whatever the assign or add whatever the privilege I want. For example, let's say there are 50 privileges, create table, create index, select any table, like a few other. So altogether assume imagine there are 50 privileges are there. You can assign 50 privileges to this role and you can simply assign this role to any user. Okay, grant role name to username. That's it. For example, grant to, that's it. Okay. Like this, suppose like in this way, it is very easy to assign the privilege. Okay, assign the privilege if there are a huge number of privileges or if there are huge number of teams, and again within the each team there are thousands of people, then it is very easy to manage. Okay, so if you want to see privilege inside a role, this is the table role underscore sys underscore prius. Okay,
Okay.
One second. Role privilege. So role, okay, and privilege from role underscore choose by role equals to this one. Sorry, this is the role name. See, it is showing one privilege
Yes.
because we only assigned one privilege, right? Now I'm going to assign one more privilege, okay?
Okay.
That create table to, okay. Now if you run this query, it will show you two privileges because we added one more privilege, right? Just now. What is that privilege? Create table privilege. See, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So this is how we can work with the roles. And if you want to create any users or roles, then you have to log into that. You have to switch to that PDB. So for example, you want to create a role. So switch to this PDB using alter session set PD container equals to PDB3. Then run the command, same command, but no need to use this C hashes symbol. Just write any name normally. Okay, C hashes symbol should be only there in the CDB. If you create any common rules or common, sorry, if you create any common users, common rules, then you can use C hashes symbol. Okay, so that is about the common roles. Okay, and local roles. Let me open. Okay. Okay, assigning quotas. Okay, now I should tell you about the assigning quotas. Okay, this is also yeah. There are two things as profiles and quotas. I'll tell you. Okay,
Okay. What is meant by quotas?
yeah, I'll tell you now. Yeah, coming to the quota. So quota nothing but uh, limitation, limitation or restriction, limitation or restriction to utilize the space or storage by the particular user. Okay, let me tell you again. It's a limitation to utilize the table space, the table space storage or space by any particular user. Okay, for example, you created one table space with 12 GB. Okay, while creating a table space, initially you allocated 12 GB. Okay, but you don't want the user or the users to use all the 12 GB. So you want to restrict the user to use the 14 the 12 GB of space. So out of 12 GB, you want restrict the user to use only 1 GB. That is called quota. Okay,
Oh.
it is called quota. So again, there are commands. Okay, we have to execute those commands.
Mhm.
Then we can able to restrict the user to use the storage or space in the table space. Okay, this is clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very simple. So, this is the command. So either we can while creating the user also we can specify quota, okay? But if you do not specify any quota while creating the user, we can after creating user also we can specify, okay, using alter command.
Okay.
Okay. So let me write down the alter command, okay? Alter user C uh, quota 1 MB 1 MB on. So there is a table space in my database. So 1 second, there is a typo. This is on. Okay, in my database there is a table space lab. Okay,
Okay.
so in this on this table space, I want this Smith user to use only 1 MB. I guess I allocated 10 MB or 5 MB for the table space lab. Okay, but I want a Smith user to use only 1 MB. You can run the command. See. Now he can able to use only 1 MB. After 1 MB, you will get their space is exhausted or space is um, data is full with the data. Something kind of error you will get it once 1 MB is completely utilized. Okay, so this is called quota. So you are practicing right daily?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So if you practice as many as times, so your practical knowledge will be very strong.
Okay.
Okay. And similarly, you should read as many as times.
Okay.
Okay, then your theoretical knowledge will be strong. So theoretical knowledge will be used to
Interview
crack the
purpose.
interview. Yeah, and practical knowledge will be used while you are working in the office. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is about the quota. So next one, profiles. So, yeah, next one, profiles. Yeah. So profile nothing but uh, a profile is a also a object, a one of the object. Okay, profile is also a one of the object in the database that the resources controls the resource consumption by any user. Okay, that controls resource consumption usage or resource usage, you can say. Okay, profile is a object that controls resource usage.
Okay.
Okay, so that means, for example, uh, there is a CPU, for example, CPU, maybe imagine uh, 2 cycles. Okay, for example, the maximum CPU cycles available in the server as per the available CPU is just imagine 20 CPU cycles. Okay,
Okay.
so I want to control the user to use this 20 CPU cycles. I don't want someone to use all 20 CPU cycles for his single session. So I want the user to utilize only two CPU cycles or 5 CPU cycles. So basically that CPU usage can be measured in terms of CPU cycles or in terms of time. Okay. Okay, so I want to restrict number of CPU cycles utilized, or simply you can say the CPU usage. Similarly, RAM. Similarly, the IO usage. So there are multiple resources available, okay, in the database that we can not only IO, RAM, CPU, we also have some other resources. Okay, I will show you now.
Okay.
And moreover, when you create a database, by default, one profile will be created with the name default. The profile name itself is default. We can also create our own profiles with our own names, but default profile name itself is default. Okay, so there is a table available to see the profiles information, and we can assign a profile to the user while creating, or after user is created, still we can assign this profile to the user. Both the ways it is possible. Okay, if you want to see the resource name, you have to select this one. Resource name, profile name, resource type, limit. Limit means what is the limit of that resource. Okay, select profile, resource name, resource type, limit from DBA underscore profiles. Okay, apart from default, we also from 19C onwards, or I guess 12C onwards, there are multiple default uh, profiles have been given. First of all, let me format, okay? Format the output. Okay. What is this? Limit. Okay. One second. I'll set the limit column width again, because see, this is coming down, this limit width. Okay. Oh, still it is going down. See, this value is going down, limit value.
Yes.
Let me make it 39. What, what is happening? Okay, one second. Okay, leave it. I don't know, it's not coming. So if you see here, yeah, see, I told you, right? There is a profile with the name default. So this is a default, this is the profile with the name default. And this default profile is having this many resources. See, from here to here. These are
Yes.
all resources belongs to your default profile. Okay, so if you see here, so resource name, some composite limit. Resource, this is resource type, okay, and this is limited, unlimited. Limit is unlimited. For example, see, CPU per call, or CPU per user, session per user, and CPU per session. So like that, the users can have uh, a CPU. I mean, the users can also use CPU because without using CPU, they cannot run any queries in the database. So that's why these all resources are assigned, allocated. Okay, if you see ideal time, how long you can sit idle without doing any work? What is the connect time? Okay, SGA. Okay, then password lifetime. How many days the password should be they're active? Okay, then password reuse time, password reuse max time, something lock time. Okay, so like this we can handle all these resources. Okay, and also similarly we have one more profile is there. Aura underscore STIG underscore profile. Okay. So these are the, and again this profile also having some resources. Okay. Based on the requirement, we can make use of them. Okay. So if you want to see the if any user is assigned any profile or not, okay, okay, you can use DBA underscore users. Okay. So select username, comma profile. Profile is a column. From DBA underscore users, where username equals to, see, by default when you do not choose any profile while creating the user, so it will take a default profile. So default profile will have all the maximum limits. So that is very dangerous actually.
Mm-hmm.
See, default profile means it will have all the unlimited values. If you see here, password lifetime 180 days, and account something. If you see, yeah, if you see CPU per
Contact.
call unlimited, so CPU usage is unlimited. Okay, so like this is very dangerous. So what you can do now, you can create one profile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can edit all these values.
Okay.
Okay, you can assign all these resources. Okay, based on the requirement, or based on your requirement, you can assign out of these all resources. You can assign 3 to 4 resources, and you can change these values. So CPU per session can change from unlimited to something else, some number maybe like that. Okay, and failed login attempts. So login attempts 10. So we can make it 3. So after 3 failed login attempts, your password will be locked out. So like that. Okay. You can change and you can assign.
Again, we
And
can reset the password, right? After 10
ah,
attempts.
yes, we can reset the password. So how much time is there? Can you see?
Oh, still it is not showing the time.
No, no. How much time it is there? Oh, it's not showing. Okay, okay, okay.
It
Okay.
will shown by only before 10 minutes.
Yes, correct, correct. Okay. If you want to assign profile to user, so alter username, uh, profile, profile name. So this way we can assign the profile to the user. Okay. So we can create one new profile and we can modify those. When you create any profile, so by default, it will inherit, okay, all the uh, values or resources from the default profile, and you can change as per your requirement. That's it. And you can assign that profile to particular user. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that is about the profiles. Okay. So let me see next one. See, actually, these both are same. So new administrative privilege means, so in 12C onwards, uh, Oracle has introduced
Mm-hmm.
separate privilege to take the backups. This is the privilege. This is backup. Okay.
Okay.
Before that, we don't have this privilege to take the backup. So before this privilege has introduced, so sysuser we are using sysuser with the sysdba privilege. So As this user is a super user, so that's why he can have all the privilege to take the backup. He has all the privilege, including taking the backup. Okay. So, but from 12C onwards, this is introduced. So to you can create one user and you can assign this privilege, and that user can able to take the backups of a database. Okay. So this one coming to the voice authentication and groups means. So basically, daily we are, I told you, right, there are two authentications, OS authentication and database authentication. SQL place slash, if you use slash, that indicates OS authentication. Okay, so from where it will read the data from the groups. So in the OS level, there is a file available called groups. So in that file, we can have all the information. I'll show you. So come outside. So slash etc slash oh, oh see, this is the file. Okay, so it will have all the groups information in the server. Okay, so I don't want to print all this output. I want to filter.
Okay.
That's why I'm writing this condition. Okay, see here we have DBA and we have OPER. We already created, right? Okay, so it will read this the file, and moreover it will read one more file called password file. So this is the password file. So it will read both group file and password file, and it will make authentication at OS level. See, it will read this both password file and the group file,
Group file.
and it will come to understand uh, about the OS authentication. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, that is about the OS authentication.
Mm.
So this is we already have discussed Oracle creating listeners, right?
Right.
Creating local naming a service or TNS entry, TNS correct name, correct string, right? So in the last session we have discussed. Have you
Yes.
remember? Yeah. So now the next chapter is uh, backups. So actually this moving data, this data pump comes under backups. Okay. Data
Okay.
pump comes under backups. Okay. So we have to start the backups. So in the backups we have two types of backups available. Okay. And also uh, we have, sorry, we can take the backup. Okay. We can take the backup. We can take the backup at uh, database level, okay, and
Okay.
table space level and data file level, okay, and also you can take the backup at object level as well using uh, the backup methods available. Okay, so basically there are two types of backups: physical backups, okay, and logical backups. Okay, physical backups are nothing but they will create the backups by reading the data from the physical files. Okay, but coming to the logical backups, logical backups will create the backup by reading data from the logical structure. Okay, so anyhow, we are going to have a, a in-deep discussion about these backups.
Okay.
Okay, tomorrow, but just I'm giving you some high-level information. Okay, and also we have a DBA intervention backups and System utility backups. System utility means RMN. Okay, recovery manager. So DBA intervention backups means as a DBA you have to run the copy command at OS level to take the backup. Okay, that is called DBA intervention backup. But that is outdated now. People are not taking that back using that backups. People are using the backups with RMN utility. Okay, with RMN utility recovery manager. Okay. So there are a lot of things we have to discuss. Also, there are full backups, incremental backups. Okay, how to take the backups at PDP level, CDP level. So many things we have to discuss. So it's not a single session.
Okay.
Okay, but so it may take at least two sessions. Okay,
Okay.
two sessions, max three sessions.
Yeah.
Okay, and after this we'll discuss about the creating or restoring a database or creating same copy of database. Okay, creating same copy of database in the same server or in the different server called cloning, database cloning.
Okay.
Okay, so database cloning can be done in many methods, but nowadays people are following or using rman. So rman is very popular now.
Army means
rman, rman,
or
RMAN. So we will discuss tomorrow. RMAN. I'm just telling you some high level information. Okay. So RMAN stands for Recovery Manager.
okay.
Okay. RMAN stands for Recovery Manager.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Now RMAN became very popular. So with RMAN we can take backups. With RMAN we can perform cloning. With RMAN we can perform the restore. With RMAN we can perform the recovery. So everything is possible with Armin. Okay, and also Armin is very efficient, and also we can speed up the backups with Armin as well. Okay, we can speed up the backup with Armin very easily. Okay,
Okay.
and Armin is having its own settings, Armin settings. Okay, we discussed that all settings tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
so we'll start backups concepts tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow at same time we'll connect again. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Last
Thank
time,
you.
which one they are using for backup
Uh,
before Arman?
Before Ormin, they are called user managed backups. They are called user managed backups means DBA has to write the command manually to take the backup,
Okay.
like CP commands. They has to
Okay.
write CP command
Uh-huh.
to take the backup. But in case of Armin is also having a lot of comments. In case of Armin also, in case of Armin also, we have to run the commands manually. But Armin, uh, you don't need to write a CP command. You are writing just Armin command internally. Armin command will do everything for you. Okay, that is the concept of Armin. We will have very deep discussion about the Armin. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.
And
Yeah.
I need